Hey guys, happy Monday. We are going to be moving from area of shapes to volume. In seventh grade mathematics, we covered two shapes primarily. The first one is the rectangular prism, looking like this, and the second one is cylinder, so we'll do that later this week. So today we're going to be doing notes. I do have quite a few slides here because I want you to get that practice down. So you do not have an assignment today, you're just doing notes. So I'm going to go over the first two slides and then have you work on your own. So I want you to count the centimeter cubes to find the volume. So basically I want to know how many cubes are here. Let me give you a second. So we had quite the debate in second period about how to find the volume of this without knowing that formula. So I see 8 cubes along the front row, and I know that there are 2 more rows just like it. So this second row and this third row. So essentially if there are 8 here, and then another 8, and then another 8, 8 times 3 is 24. So there are 24 centimeters, they're cubes. And so that means the volume is 24 cubic centimeters. And notice I used that word cubic, meaning that little 3 there. And so we talked about how to find that. And so I consider this the length just for myself. Length is the one going left to right. So there are 4 units that way. So 4 is the length. The width is 3 back. And the height is 2 units. So you might remember from math before, 5th and 6th grade math, length times width times height will get you that. And we kind of just proved that. If I have 4 by 2, 4 times 2 is 8, and I have 3 of those, that's 24. So the equation that I will use is 4 times 3 times 2, and that is 24. Okay, moving on to slide 3, same thing. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the left, which is my length. So I'm going to jump boxes for a second. I have a width of 2 and a height of 3. So calculating that, I have 6 by 3, which is 18, and I have 2 18s, so that's 36. So there are 36 cubic centimeters, and meaning my formula could be 6 times 2. Oops, sorry, I can't type. Times 3, and 6 times 2 is 12, times 3 is 36. I get the same answer. So one other thing I want to point out is I'm picky on my height. Height obviously needs to be the one that's going up and down, but your length and width can be either of these. So if I have somebody who wrote 2 here and 6 here instead, that is the commutative property telling me that I can flip my numbers when I multiply and I'll still get the same answer. So if you put a 2 here instead of a 6, it's totally fine. So what you'll do for the following slides is you're going to be calculating volume. So for the next slide, you're just going to plug in the length, width, and height and type in the math problem and then answer it. And you're going to do that for a couple of these. I want to point out slide 7. Same thing. Instead of giving you a picture, I just gave you dimensions. You multiply them out, and these answers are along the bottom. So you're going to click on that line tool. So let's say that this answer is 80. And you'll just go there. So I will say they get a little bit more complicated as we go on. Later this week, we do have to calculate the volume of 3D shapes that are composite, meaning there are 2 shapes together. So this today is mainly practice, getting used to calculating the formula and working with some word problems and whatnot. If you have any questions at all, you want to tell me what slide you're on, take a picture of the question, I'm more than happy to help you with that.